my God, guys, it's Abraxas Precipice forever and ever. Hey, we play the Expanse role-playing game here. That's what we do. Welcome to Theia Reborn, Phase 4, Episode 16.
Whoa.
Those of you that caught the last episode and have caught the bonus episode via our Patreon, you will find that Zenny has turned into partially a cat. And has a cat tail now. Apparently, it's just,
I'm not a cat. Legally, I am not a cat.
I'm not a cat. You have to say it whenever you're talking to people online, actually, nowadays. It's clarification. But yeah, we play the Expanse RPG. We love it. It's a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun with this phase, and this particular last arc is going really cool. I just want to say, before we begin, if you want to support our stream, the best way to do that is to go ahead and hit our Ko-fi, hit our Patreon. We have bonus episodes, we have previews, we got stuff like that. We're actually currently working on trying to find some new means of supporting the stream, and I'm actually wearing a prototype of it now. So I ran a quick little poll over on the Twitters about, you get to pick one, and it was either Myrtle, Wyatt, or Zenny, and Wyatt won. There was no context, just pick one, and they did. So I am wearing our Wyatt Thompson shirt.
Yeah, where are the bullet holes?
Looks like he's floating in space. Wow.
Yes, and it does come with both armholes, actually. So it's not fully in character, and it doesn't have the bullet holes, but it does have both arms. Yeah. Before the stream tonight, Scott was like, "Oh, can we get one with bullet holes? That's kind of fun." I'm like, "Jeez, all right, you guys are wild, man. I love it." But yeah, we're working on these still. I'm hoping to get these out and have something, have a new shop up, probably like in like a month or so, within the month, and it'll be fun. It'll be kind of a cool way to get people. I know people have been asking about them. Our early shirts were early. And but I do like how raw they are. I like how rough they are. That's just, and they're I wear it for my yard work, because it is schlubs in space, and I'm a schlub in my yard. All right, Myrtle Con to Gen Con. Yeah, I'll make sure that happens. I will make sure that happens for you, Donna. Please, we'll make that happen. I'll get you any shirt you want. Anything, any style you want. But all right, well, we're gonna go and kick off here, guys. But the Patreon and the Ko-fi is the best way to do it. And we thank you all, and let's get ready for it. Anything else I should say before we begin? There's something else.
Happy summer solstice.
Happy summer. Yeah, that's right.
Solstice, everyone.
Yeah.
Go outside, stand in the sun when you
stay,
can.
After the show.
Stay for the sunset and the sunrise. Yeah, after the show.
Yeah. After the show.
Dance by a bonfire, preferably nude, but you know.
Make sure
that off.
check your
light a candle if you don't have a bonfire.
Yeah.
Just look at some flames. Pull up a YouTube video of a crackling fireplace if you want. Listen.
Yeah, and just be
make
home
it work
naked.
for you. just like you'd stand in the shower naked and just have a candle over there.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna play the Expanse role playing.
Yes.
All right, well, we will be back here momentarily. See y'all in a little bit. The expedition has taken a turn, but you have made contact with your second officer, Zenny Pazal. You are staring at a large, another one of these circles within circles of this alien structure that go down. And the little, there's like these larger holes in the wall. There's these little holes in the wall. The little holes you kind of realize are for like whatever these like spider-like mechanized large things to crawl around on and like move around. And the larger holes you think are some sort of like cubbies or something like that. You hear in the distance, you shouted out Zenny. You heard a response from Zenny. Your comms are starting to kind of connect a little bit better. The interference isn't nearly as much. It's sparse. It's not like a direct, like easy connection, but it's getting there. But it sounds like just over the distance of this like drop down into the earth, you can hear your second officer and longtime friend's voice.
We don't know how deep it is, right?
Well,
Like,
you want
we
to go
can't-
look at the edge of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a light? Do you have like do you have like shoulder lights on or flashlight? What are you doing there?
I think I have the light on the rifle.
The
like,
rifle? Okay.
Wyatt did, yeah.
We're still roped together, right?
Yes, you guys were roped together. Yes.
But we cut Ian off, right?
We cut Ian
Dev,
off.
Yeah, Dev is
Literal
Dev.
dead weight.
He's our anchor. He's our anchor.
Sorry,
Literal
Ian.
dead
Sorry, I
weight.
wasn't here, so I can be mean.
He's a.
Listen, I was elsewhere. I was preoccupied.
Oh, it's now Weekend at Bernie's the RPG. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, you Zenny, as you stare up at this like large thing, and you can kind of see these like roots are growing along the side of it, or what you would call roots. That they look like giant like tree roots almost. You do see a light down bouncing around and some voices at the top of it.
Yeah, we'd be yelling like, Zeddy, you down
Yeah.
there? You
And
okay?
And as far as you can tell, Zenny, and actually you can see a little bit of a light down there, not much, but like a little bit of light. You can, but then you look up and it's probably easy like 50 meters up.
Right. Yeah, I
pretty deep.
remember it being way up
It's
there.
deep, yeah.
Yeah.
You hurt? I mean, I guess I would just yell
Okay.
like, yeah.
Yeah. Zenny's actually like she might have called out like once.
Mhm.
Just like a loud hey or something like that, but is also after that very conscious of the fact that she doesn't actually know what the extent of what could be down here. Like she has an idea, but as soon as like she yells up and then people are starting to yell to the point where it's like kind of echoing, she tries not to respond and is just looking around and making sure that there isn't anything that's responding to all of this sudden noise.
Give me a being test. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know too if we pick up on this sort of the subtlety
You
of like,
heard Zenny like yell
Dang.
once, and
Yeah.
then but clearly coming from that lower place, it's definitely not coming from behind.
Do we have any sort of connection with our data pads yet? Like
Yeah, a little
that
bit,
I
yeah.
could send like a text
Yeah, you
message, a text-based
text message is not a
message?
problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Large
So I'm gonna-
three-dimensional data sets would be a problem.
Yeah, I'm going to do this the searching test, and
Mhm.
as I'm doing it, like my eyes will flick down to my data pad, and I'll just send a message up to Waxer, who I heard last, and say not hurt, not sure what's down here.
And I should mention you can also
And
put
then
your,
like
you can also put your data pad on a broadcast mode, so it'll shoot to anybody in the vicinity. So, but if you don't want to do Waxer, yeah, you do Waxer specific.
I think I'll only do Waxer because I don't actually know if anything in here can pick up anything.
Okay.
I have Zenny's so out of her depth right now. For the seeing test though, that's a number. That is 14 double threes.
Yeah, it's not going to succeed. It's pretty dark down here. You're you're just using the flashlight sparingly to try to look around you. You don't see anything moving though, aside from your light. Everything, and this part from where you were earlier is a lot dirtier. And the one thing you do notice that's that does throw you off a little bit here. Once you kind of spend some time with it, this giant root that's like kind of growing along the thing looks like you could climb it pretty easily, and it's pretty big. It's like 10 feet wide, 15 feet wide at points. It looks like it might be eating into the material the wall's made out of. Not like actively, but like it's slowly pushed into it.
Okay, so okay.
Like if
Yeah,
like
it's
like
not
a tree root growing
like if
over
a tree.
over a rock over a long period of time.
Okay. Got
Eroded,
it. Got it. Okay.
Waxer, you get a ping on your you get a little ping at like saying Zenny. You get the message saying not hurt. And
Yeah, I look real. I'm like, oh, and I sort of motion. I'm gonna just flash it to Wyatt and Myrtle, like show them without talking, you know. So I kind of catch the drift, like, okay, something's maybe around.
Did you want to approach the ledge, Waxer?
Yeah, and I'm kind of like, motioning to Wyatt, just seeing like what we have. Like, do we have rope, or besides the one that's on us, or what do we have to?
Yeah, you got a bit of rope.
Okay.
But you do see the root that's come up and kind of like grown over the side of this thing, kind of like the one you climbed earlier. And you look over the edge real quick. The floor is not wet or anything like that. It's actually pretty stable on all things considered. And you look over and you can see there is a person down there with a flashlight kind of moving it around. And you can clearly see they kind of have the flashlight up with, like, I assume Zenny has her weapon out. Was that?
Yeah.
But like kind of has the gun up and kind of like going around with a flashlight.
Okay.
But you're pretty sure it's Zenny.
Okay.
I mean, it's always possible that it could be Dev too.
I mean,
who's to say? We're in space.
I know. I'm actually afraid his body gonna attract something.
Do we get her? Do we want to go down there, or do we want her to come up here?
I'm gonna type back. Can she, like, you able to climb, or should we come? Like, is she like? Not. I mean, okay, she's not hurt, but would she be able to climb up, or is there any way?
Do I have a John?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have any kind of inkling that I would be able to do like voice communication at this point?
Yeah, you think that
okay.
you think it would work? Yeah, it's not a high bandwidth. Okay. I mean, like I said, it's like a big data. So you're trying to send video, maybe might be a problem, but like.
No, I just want to be able to do faster communicate. Okay,
yeah, you can whisper
so now that I know that like text-based communication is working, then I'll respond, and to Waxer. I found the satellite.
It's down. Oh. Okay, yeah. It's in the same area you are in. Yeah.
A little ways back, but they had pro molecule in it.
I sort of like look at Wyatt and.
Do you have this like on like loudspeaker kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of like yeah.
Yeah, and Zenny's like kind of whispering into it, so like not talking super loudly, but.
What dragged you down there? Yeah, it's still around. What lives here? Yeah.
I don't know. There was this. Only thing I saw was this big, a bug-looking thing, super tall, and it didn't bother me at all. I left, I think, before it saw me or something, but. That's the only thing I saw down here. But I don't know. There's all these little holes everywhere, and like nests or whatever.
How long ago? Yeah, we don't have much time. I would think.
You probably, as far as you've been awake, Zenny, you've probably been down here for probably like 3-4 hours, like awake.
Yeah. I woke up about. I don't know, 3-4 hours ago.
I look at Cap and XL. I'm like, you gotta let me go. I'm gonna climb down if she ain't gonna climb up. We gotta get out of there. Yeah.
I'm willing to go down there too, but I'm not going anywhere near that protomolecule.
She said maybe the satellites is around there, but yeah, I don't know. I said we get her out first, and if we get out of here alive, at least we know what it is, and we bring a bigger, more people, better weapons. Come back for it.
Yeah.
I think that might be the best. It's like if we can get out of here and go back.
John, do I see any more of those? There's no more of those like glowing rings anywhere, is there?
No, just the one
except
you came
the ones
through.
that go.
The one you came through, yeah. The rest of the area, like as far as the wall glowing stuff, that's not happening up here at all. It's very like it's very dark. Stuff's more like corroded. I don't say corroded, but like it's corroded. There's just crap on it, dust, dirt.
Yeah.
And this area is not as hermetically sealed. It's like the rest of the place, you know.
Yeah.
It's like your Tupperware container came open in the fridge. You didn't know.
I mean, maybe.
Oh no.
Maybe Zenny kind of like looking like maybe you start working your way up and I'll work my way down, and then if we meet halfway, I'll carry you up the rest somehow. But I think we gotta get moving. Yeah, I'm making me nervous here. We already lost one, and I sort of cut myself off before I further that sentence.
I wonder if there's any way we can convince her to grab his samples that he had. He was pretty excited about those.
Did I see/hear a body fall?
No.
Just okay.
I mean, if a Martian scientist falls, do you hear it?
The Martian falls in space.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send a link to this episode of Ian and let him see that shit. Like I'll give him your phone number and have him like call you, tell you how you feel. Oh, harsh, man.
We have so many questions.
Man. Okay.
Listen, we as the fans of the Expanse demand answers to these questions.
But yeah, yes, for science. So yeah, you do see, but yeah, you don't see any more of the glowing. Nothing's glowing. It's very, very dark down here. The other thing that's kind of throwing you off now, too, you guys start to notice and put together, is that these walls absorb sound weirdly. Stuff doesn't echo how it feels like it should. They seem to be absorbing the energy readily, we'll say, or easier than they're trying to like if you were in a hallway full of like foam line stuff, like you have a direct line of sight, vocal, but the bounce won't happen. So, yeah. All right. So what's the plan of action here, Waxer? You seem to be in charge of this operation here.
I mean, I say I'm gonna like strap my rifle around, and I'm gonna start climbing these roots, looking for the sturdy bits, and
do you
I'm
want
gonna
to
go quiet.
secure rope and everything?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go as quietly as I can too, because I do have some stealth if I'm able to sort of.
Just make the climb check.
Okay.
Yeah, make the climb check. Do you want any lights hanging off you at all? Do you want like a you could have like your flashlight hanging off your belt or something like that so they can see you?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, kind of like a reflector. Okay, so climbing dexterity or
strength, my friend. Strength.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you're very strong.
Oh yeah. Okay. 4. Okay, so that's 9, 12 from 4, 16, 5 on the drama.
Oh yeah. You've climbed this before. It's got some pretty good grips, pretty easy to. It's not like a bark. It's almost like a like the best way to describe it is it looks. This might get a tad gross. It looks like nature gross. It looks like it kind of looks like textured like a tree but shinier. I would put it somewhere between think of like tree bark combined with like the kind of coloration and shininess of like a slug. And it actually like might be a delicacy, who knows? But the thing about it too is like when you go to grip the bark, it almost kind of like your hand almost kind of squishes into it slightly.
Oh, icky!
Like they're little it's like little it's like the stress balls almost.
Yeah.
But it's like the whole thing, and you're kind of gripping into it at points, and it's actually fairly comfortable to climb. The smell is a little acrid, but not terrible.
And I'll kind of have like the I'm gonna have the data pad.
Yeah, you have
out. Yeah,
piece, no problem. Yeah.
I'm saying I'm coming down. If you can start coming up, and if you could see my light, and we'll get you out of here.
You clearly see the light, Zenny. It's not an issue. One thing here you're noticing is that if the walls do seem to quote unquote absorb energy, they don't seem to absorb light. Light seems to travel actually fairly well here and reflect off the walls fairly well. Okay. But yeah, Waxer starts making his way down. It'll take you a little bit of time to get down, but you're on the way down. I have Myrtle and Wyatt at the top. What about the two of you?
I'm going to be keeping an eye on behind us for anything that could try to sneak up on us.
Good call.
Just have rifle ready
We're all looking this way.
You flash the light over the area, and you can actually see. You have a direct line of sight onto where Dev's body's left, in the area you guys came down, and you don't notice. There's no movement, nothing like that. But yeah, you can spot off that direct direction, keep it marked pretty easily, as you do. Myrtle, what about you?
I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on Waxer's back here.
Okay.
And
you have the rope and everything, checking, watching.
Yeah,
it,
so I'm kind of in between looking, watching Waxer, making sure everything's there and everything's over here. Everything's good.
Cool. All right.
Wherever I'm needed, I'll be right there.
Waxer, you get to the bottom of the problem. Zenny, he's like a few meters from you. You hear him, his feet kind of hit the ground.
Yeah, I'll head over there. I think Zenny was a little hesitant to start climbing up, given the climbing incident that happened. If you listen to the Patreon
Bonus
episode,
episode. Available. I might add on our Patreon there. Link in the chat.
But we'll go over to where Waxer hops down. I think it might feel a little out of character, but like she like walks towards you, doesn't even stop, and just grabs onto you, like grabs around you in like a very tight hug.
Hey, I'm glad you're okay. We're gonna get you out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we weren't gonna leave without you. I knew you were gonna do nothing. Do I just kind of like quickly look? I mean, do I see that she has the detonators on her still?
You do see the satchel that has the breaching charges along her thing. You do notice that her jacket pocket right here is like all ripped open, like been cut open. There's no blood or anything.
Yeah.
And you do notice some substantial bruising around the neck area, like kind of goes down beneath the shirt and everything like that. I mean, it's a pretty deep bruise.
It's like a seatbelt.
Like a seatbelt bruise, yeah.
Bruise, yeah.
All right. And then get her on my back, and I'm gonna let the Cap and Exo know. So we're heading back up.
So we're gonna do a whole Yoda.
It'll be easier for me to hold on to someone than it will be for me to climb.
Yeah, and I'm huge, so that's good.
Theoretically,
and I'm strong, so
we got this whole
I'm not.
Yoda Luke Skywalker thing going up the route.
Oh, I was thinking more like Chewbacca and C-3PO broken.
That's me. All my limbs, all broken.
Put my limbs in a bag and take me up top, back into space where I was safe. So yeah, so Myrtle, you look down and you can see them, like the lights on them kind of hanging off. You do see Zenny holding a flashlight, kind of going up a little bit. Waxer's, she's kind of clenched on there. And you guys start climbing up a little bit. Give me another climb check here, Waxer. This one's gonna be a little tougher. You ready to spend fortune?
Oh yeah.
And if I can help in any sort of way, I would be trying to do so.
Okay, so 13.
Yeah.
I got a 1 on the drama die, but I got 4s everywhere else.
So you're gonna need to bump that up to at least I'm gonna put this at 18.
Okay.
Easy climb check.
Or
18. Sorry, you got a 13. You said.
13. Yeah.
Total. If you can, you'd have to bump that to an 18, so that's gonna be like getting that 1 to a 6, which is gonna cost you 12 more shit.
12. Okay, I'll do it. Let's do it. We gotta get that.
Reaches deep, but that gives you a ton of stump points. That actually gives you 6 stump points.
Oh, nice.
You can actually you can speed demon it. So you Zenny, and if you want to recover 3 fortune, you can as well.
Okay, yeah.
Zenny, you see him Waxer climbing with a distinct vigor here, much like a Wookiee. And he seems to have it really into it. Wyatt, despite how quiet it's been besides you guys here, you hear a large slam, like a metallic on metal slam.
Cap, you hear that?
And you guys all heard it. Everybody heard it. That even the muffling of the sound doesn't muffle it enough. But you heard a
Zenny's grip tightens around
you. Echoing all around. Is it echoing or is it just
it echoed once, rather than stopped? But you sound like you actually have a direct line. You two have a direct line on the clank sound. You guys heard it really distinctly.
Okay.
Would we consider it coming from the same direction last we saw the spider thing?
Yeah, you want to. Yeah, you go and you point the light over there, and you see you see something in the shadows moving in the distance. Your flashlight can't quite illuminate it, but something from the direction you came is moving towards you. It's not moving very fast, and it seems to move erratically.
Wait, how many legs did I blow off of that thing last time?
You blew one off.
One.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb back down. Just kidding.
We're gonna just hang out down
We
here.
live here. This is where we live now. This is what we
Yeah.
do.
We're gonna go touch some blue stuff. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh crap.
And we remember from last time that the creature didn't like the tree-like stuff, right? The roots.
Yeah, it seemed to have a problem with that. It didn't care for it.
Is there anywhere around us where I can hunker down behind one with my gun trained towards that?
Oh yeah, you could use the base of this thing as it's as like a piece of cover, no problem.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay,
and
so you go.
the minute it
you
gets
retreat.
close enough to where I feel like I can
Now,
let
to
off
be
the
clear,
shots.
just positioning this. So Myrtle's over here helping them climb. You go around the back. So now it goes between you and this thing is Myrtle, then the roots.
Nope, I'm not doing that. I'm going to stay right by Myrtle.
Okay. Unless Myrtle wants to stop helping with the rope.
No, I'll keep helping with the
All right.
rope.
But yeah, Wyatt, this thing, you do see it moving towards you, and it's slow. It's not as fast as it was earlier.
I'm just going to kind of look back at the cap and be like, you got this for a minute?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to head towards the creature.
All right, you
but
walk-
if it's going pretty slow, I want to keep a decent distance from it, but I want to shoot the shit out of it.
You do kind of a casual, like kind of circling of it, like so you don't just walk straight at it. You kind of casually walk around to kind of assess it while getting closer. So it's just kind of moving around here. They go to Waxer and Zenny. So the two of you, you get up to the top. You see Myrtle helping up Waxer. You kind of get up there. Zenny, you're welcome to climb up first, which probably make it a lot easier on Waxer.
Yeah. I'll as soon as I can, I'll hop off and then help.
Myrtle.
The foot
everyone
stepping
up.
on my face, the classic,
No, not too much.
Open your mouth. I need a foothold. Myrtle, do you help Zenny up real easy?
Yeah.
Not a problem. Yeah, you get Zenny up. Waxer, you can get up real quick, and you guys see a light in the distance. It's kind of a flat area, kind of a circle like this, and there's like a giant wall on the other side, kind of almost like into a tunnel. And you see Wyatt like flashing a light at this thing that's kind of moving. Zenny, you give me a seeing test real quick. See if you can make it out through the murk.
Next level up, y'all. You'll never guess what focus I'm taking.
Current affairs.
I already have that one.
Touching.
Oh. 19,
Oh, wow.
6 on the drama.
Nice.
You see, it looks like the thing you saw down but below, but mangled and like mutilated. Versus the other one you saw was very pristine and good shape with sharp legs.
Right.
This thing's legs, some of them seem dulled out. One is completely blown off,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like the other one didn't make any noise when it moved, but this one is it's making noise because it can't move correctly.
It doesn't move right, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you can have the quietest shoes in the world, but if you have like a weird stride, you'll make a different weird sound. It's kind of like that, yeah. But it seems to be struggling to move.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can see Wyatt moving up with his assault rifle up to it, getting kind of closer to it. Waxer, you see this too. Myrtle, you get a glimpse of this. Scott, Wyatt, what do you want to do? You see this thing? You see it kind of it's kind of moving towards you guys, and then it kind of seems to stop, and it looks like it's getting curious about Dev's corpse.
I'm going to leave it be until it tries to go towards one of us, and then if it does, then I will unload on it.
Okay. All right. So you keep
But the
your gun
corpse
trained.
is. I mean, there's nothing we can do for Dev, unfortunately. So it's a
I
good.
mean, it's more natural that he gets eaten, right? I mean,
Yeah.
He's an ecologist. This is the circle of life.
yeah.
He
He would want this.
He would want it this way. Yeah, he would want
this.
it this way.
Mhm.
Becoming part of an alien ecology. What better fate? almost done this to Ian. All right. So you guys, okay. So then you see this. Everyone sees this. What do you guys want to do?
Zenny kind of looks at it, and then, I guess I'm next to Myrtle.
Yeah.
Say, did you do that?
Well, Wyatt did.
Oh, did it do something to you all?
No?
They could try to attack us and definitely.
Yeah, but besides that, I mean, it didn't do anything, weird except try to attack us. But we were kind of expecting something would.
I'm gonna crawl out and immediately unrifle and kind of quickly run over to where Wyatt is. Just
All right.
All
right. So you move.
I start talking.
You run over, making kind of aggressive moves. As you do, Wyatt, you see this thing's attention deviates towards Waxer.
Does it start to move towards him?
It seems to take its arms that it was kind of like what's left of its arms, and it was kind of pushing Deb over to this. It was trying to turn him over, but it didn't understand. It basically didn't the best way to describe it is it doesn't understand. It doesn't have all of its arms. That's the best way to describe it. And it's trying to turn him over. It was doing kind of like badly. You ever seen a cat or a dog try to turn something over? They just can't do it quite. But then its head kind of moves up toward it's upper torso area where it's got the other limbs kind of move towards looking at Waxer's direction, or kind of it's changes its posture slightly, but it's not making an aggressive move.
As long as it's not aggressive, I'm just going to keep my gun trained on it.
Okay. Zenny, you got something?
No, I think
Okay.
Zenny's kind of the same thing. As soon as it starts moving, I think Zenny also has weapon trained on it. Zenny's been waiting for something, the shit to hit the fan, so to speak.
You pull out
And
your
I know,
keys.
and Waxter would notice this, right? I notice it sort of as
Yeah,
I
you have
come.
your light trained on it too. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just wanna.
You it starts kind of configuring itself and standing up and starts moving towards kind of Waxer's direction. It seems like it's moving closer, but it's not you're not sure if it's aggressive or just can't move very fast because you guys filled its guts full of bullets.
If I'm close to Wyatt, kind of around him, I'm gonna just stop. I ran up to
right. You guys form a firing line real
Yeah.
A line's 2 points, and so technically you're a line, but you gotta come up with there. Yeah, that's a geometry joke, guys. You kind of move over there and you kind of have the line, and it's off centered from where Zenny and Myrtle are, so it's more directed its attention that way, or off of them at least.
How close is Waxer to me?
I mean, you could tap him on the back if you want to.
Hey, do they still have the blasting charges?
Oh yeah. She's still got the boom booms. I saw it in a satchel.
I can hear. Aren't we all right next to
No,
each other?
they moved off
They went off.
They
Just
moved
kidding.
off 20 meters
Continue.
and are being
Just
quiet.
kidding.
Not
I
to make
thought
this
we were all literally boom, boom, boom.
No, and then you and Myrtle are kind of by the root, getting the climbing gear back up because you guys you might want to need it later on, packing that up into the bag or whatever it is. But you see them kind of keeping this thing's attention away from you two.
But Exo, you want me to whisper her on the data pad? Maybe not toss up the satchel, but hand it. I could either go back or have her bring it up.
They're going to have to come back this way, so when they do, see if you can get one and plant it behind us as we leave, and see if we can explode it as soon as that creature walks over it. Some kind of set up a trap to finish this thing off once and for all.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely moving faster than this. Then it is okay. Yeah, I'll kind of I'll let Zenny know through the data pad, come up, hey, we're gonna need those the boom boom charges. We're gonna use it. Seal this thing. Oh but shit, the satellite's here too.
Yeah, Zenny
John.
failed to mention exactly where it is, but it'll be okay with one tiny explosion.
So so Zenny, so you get a call saying, hey, you know, demolitions, please, and what do you want to do?
Yeah, Zenny will start making their way forward, kind of. Will
Stealth if you want to.
Yes.
Since you're making your way forward, are you trying to get behind this thing to the other side of it? Do you want to, like, it's facing Waxer, so it's like you're looking at it and it's looking off to the right where the two of them are.
Looking at it and it's looking that way.
Yeah, it's looking off the side, basically. Yeah. It's distracted by them, and it seems to be kind of moving towards them very slowly, very, like, methodically, like it's trying to figure out how to walk again, kind of thing.
Okay.
You guys interrupted its rehabilitation. Congratulations.
Then okay, then I will start moving opposite where Waxer and Wyatt are, try to get behind it.
Give me a stealth check.
And I'll pull one out because there wasn't a full communication of exactly what was going on, but I have a general idea of explosions. This thing's moving. Explosion plus this thing no longer moving. That's the ideal. Stealth check, you say?
Yes.
Does that use
Dex.
communication?
Opposite of being stealth.
I
want to let this thing know not to notice me.
15, 6 on the drama.
Okay. Yeah, you actually come up you kind of go up behind it. You're not like directly behind it from where they are, but like it's definitely facing the other direction. And you can see it's like thorax and all this kind of stuff, and like it only has like 2 good legs left. The other ones are kind of nubby, or worn down, and it seems to be kind of like struggling to walk as it's kind of moving forward. And you can see that one of its upper arms, like the more manipulator arms, like you saw the other one had was manipulating something, are like it's just gone. It's just hanging there, kind of like not functional. But yeah, this thing's not in good shape, and you can see where like there's kind of weird inner workings to it, occasionally revealed here, and you can see that like it isn't so much that like they broke the inside of it, so much as like they jammed bullets into its mechanisms. Like that's the best way I can describe it. It's you're not breaking bones, you're just jamming bullets between them.
You're just getting in the way. Is really
you're just making it needs to go to a chiropractor. Is what it really needs to do. Yeah.
So I saw the one that was way down where I was, and it was like 8 feet tall at its
and this
highest point. Is this one like on the ground, like literally dragging itself around?
No, it's kind of half up, like the two legs are kind of kitty corner from each other, so it's kind of trying to move like with the new legs, it's trying to regain a new balance is basically what it's trying to do. Yeah.
But it's still like that
configuration, that size, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so if there is a if I can easily see like a space inside of the this thing that I could like toss one into. I don't know if there's any holes that are big enough for that.
These aren't toss charges. They're not like demo charges.
Oh,
they're
okay.
reaching, so you have to actually go up and put them. They're actually meant to like blow open bulkheads of ships.
I understand. I am here with us today in space. Okay. Then, yeah, I'll position myself behind it, and I will. Is the way that we have to go behind me or elsewhere?
So the way you guys were looking initially, it was on the opposite side of the thing. Now it's like you can make a beeline to it pretty quick. So could Waxer and Wyatt. Myrtle's kind of in the rear of it, but
okay.
It seems like there's some good distractions here.
Okay, that's what I was saying. If I, for example, placed it where I was, got it to chase me this direction, it would not be in the way of the door that we have to get to.
There's plenty of room to go around it. It's a big open area, yeah.
Great. So I'm gonna start setting one of these charges where I'll take like 5 steps back and set it on the ground.
You're gonna put it on the ground, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you go and take the charge and you put it on the ground. It remote detonates based on your data pad, so you can put the safeties off on that or anything like that too. But yeah, you just put it on the ground right there.
Okay.
And it's like maybe like 3 meters from the thing, so it's not that far. It's actually closer to the bomb than it is to where your buddies are.
Okay.
And it's not moving
Do I
very
have
fast.
any idea how big this blast is gonna be?
The blast,
Yeah.
because of how you placed it, you could place it so it's either gonna blow into the ground and blow a big pit in the ground, probably, or a hole through the wall, or if it can penetrate the wall material, or do you want to have it so it shoots up?
I want it to shoot up
Okay.
into the
Alright.
torso, the
Alright.
the thorax of this thing.
You got it's kind of like a makeshift landmine.
Punch
then,
from the bottom up.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, so you set the rig. Make an intelligence demolitions test.
Okay.
I think it's intelligence. Yeah, demolitions. Yeah.
11.
11. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I didn't read that part of the manual.
do you want to spend any fortune on that to kick that up to like say like a 14 or something?
No, I'm gonna err on the side of it's very big, so I'm gonna make sure that I am fast.
Okay. You put it on the ground. The demo's set. It's armed.
I want to look and try to make eye contact with the W brothers over here.
Big dubs.
The big dubs, double dubs. And try to let everyone know, all three of them know, like to
you do a flashlight. You
to
could
go.
yeah. Like,
oh yeah, because it doesn't respond to.
It doesn't respond to light.
Yeah. I will just try to motion with my flashlight then to like tell everyone to start heading that direction. And as soon as I do that, not even waiting for anybody to respond, I will whistle very loudly, like one of those shrill, like fingers in, very high pitched shrill, and yell at it. Just say, "Hey!"
Okay. You yell at this thing, and Waxer and
if
Wyatt,
there's like a rock or something here, I'll throw a rock at it.
yeah, there's like debris on the ground. You throw a piece at it. Okay. It seems you hit it, and it kind of seems to be confused for a second. Once again, it's still trying to learn how to walk, kind of situation, and it kind of turns around a little bit, and like it's slowly turning around. As kind of you can hear it kind of grinding across the ground too, like it's dragging itself now, not so much even able to walk. And Waxer and Wyatt and Myrtle, what do you guys want to do? You guys like Zenny's clearly indicated like there's a reaching charge on the ground, and that they're making a beeline for the exit.
So she's kind of motioning like we should just start moving,
like clicks the light, I'm assuming something like flash the light on the detonating charge, flash the light on the thing, and be like, hey, put 1 and 1 together,
and then
buddy.
to the door.
Yeah. And then just like flicking it towards the door. Yeah.
What do you think
All
she
right,
means?
yeah. I mean, if I'm closer, I'm gonna start bolting to the door. I for a second I paused, thinking like maybe I should grab Dev's body and drag it, but then I just give up on the idea.
All right, you give up on
go.
Dev's
Sorry.
body. Okay.
I'm not gonna move until everybody is in front of me and I'm heading.
All right. Myrtle, you
I see all this happening, so I am going to take off because I know that I can't do anything to that thing if it does anything. So
okay,
I'm getting out of the way.
all right. So you move out of the way. Okay, everything. Real
Let my team be amazing.
Let me.
I mean, if I could even wait for Cap to kind of run with, like.
Well, I want to do a quick check here, and I'm going to have the Cap be in charge of this one here.
Oh, no.
Who's faster? Just kidding.
Well.
Who's faster, Zenny or an explosion?
Let me. I was like, let's find out. No, Myrtle, give me a current affairs test real quick. Or we'll go current affairs, a little generic metagame skill here. My generic metagame skill I love to pick on.
It's like we must take Dev's body.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You know that Dev's data pad has a lot of valuable information from the research you guys have done out here over the last few days.
Oh yeah.
few
I'm like,
other
oh
weeks.
shit.
If you
Turn
tell me
around.
I could stealth a hand it too, maybe sleight of hand it. I mean,
Well, you don't need
I
to slide
have
hand
that.
it.
Oh, I just grabbed.
I mean,
Okay.
this
Yeah, you
thing
just
is not going to
grab-
carry you. Grab his
grab
data
that.
pad. Yeah, he's
I'm
not
gonna take off. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna let Cap get the head start, and I'm
Sure.
gonna,
Alright.
from her command, go back and
The wide stand
like-
back. Zenny's moving forward.
be like, "Damn it!"
All right. This thing kind of starts moving towards where you were, Zenny, but it seems to kind of. Do you want to try to lure it out? Is that what you're trying to do? Like trying to? bait it out?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me like a communication.
It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it.
Give me a.
We worry about you, Zenny. We worry about you.
Yeah, give me a communications test. Let's see if you get through to it. This kind of gets through to it, and you can use if you have intimidation, you can add that focus.
But I feel like she also has the most experience with it. I mean, whatever it is so far. So
Right.
perhaps
Very true.
Listen.
she's gonna make a friend. She's gonna make a friend.
Listen.
You could do this. You could do this.
Communication, you say?
Yeah.
What are numbers?
They're sets.
18 double 6 is 6 on drama.
Okay. Yeah, you manage to get this thing's attention, and it grinds itself, turns around, and starts kind of trying to move towards you in some way.
Yeah, I start like kind of like like kind of stomping with my feet so that it
Okay.
continues to
Okay.
get any kind of like things. I want to make what I want to try to do is continue to lead it backwards until it is pretty centered over this thing, and then I want to sprint towards the door
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm
and detonate
hearing,
while I'm on my way.
Oh.
give me a demolitions test check to see if you can time the demo here. It's intelligence based.
This is awesome.
this is fine.
Everything's
Hey,
fine.
listen, don't give the belter who's been underground for 4 hours demolitions.
Yeah.
Intelligence based.
It
You
is
said?
intelligence. Yeah, it's intelligence based. Yeah, unless you're throwing it as dex based. Yeah.
15.
Okay. Yeah, that'll you manage to time it so the thing's like over the.
I have a
thing.
question,
Yes, please.
real quick, actually, because I have a talent called improvisation, which lets me make checks without the required focus, but doesn't get some points.
Yeah.
Is it for any check that I don't have a focus in, or is
No,
it
if it's
mostly just like
required,
practical?
If it's required. Like, so like
Got
if you were trying to like if you wanted to like use if something required decryption or encrypt like cryptography, you could use like technology for that, but you wouldn't be able to get stump points for it. So it's stuff like that. But yeah, you this one doesn't require because these are pretty easy charges to do.
Got it.
So yeah,
Got
but you can still generate stump points on that.
Cool. Perfect.
Did you get any stump points on that one?
Nope.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. So you start doing it, and the thing, the charge goes off, and you guys hear it rip through. I'm gonna
Just
have
put this down for one.
I want to
next
have
lesson.
Zenny and Wyatt both make acrobatics tests to see if they can avoid shrapnel.
Oh, I definitely
Sorry,
can.
what? Listen, it's fine. Acrobatics, you say?
Yes, under dexterity. Yeah.
Dang, I wish we were in
Hey,
I got
zero
16.
grab.
Not too
pretty
bad.
good. That's pretty good.
Free fall.
12.
12. Okay. The number to beat was a 14.
Okay.
To avoid all the shrapnel.
Hi.
Do you want to bump that up?
I'm so nervous about anything churn related.
Oh, yeah.
We did have a big one, so we're,
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
And he's on the ground.
the big one.
I'll spend that to the end too.
Well, how close when this explosion went off is Zenny from me?
I mean, not that like, you're not that far. But, I mean, you're far enough. But like, you want to use your little defender thing and take the brunt.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, you put yourself in the way. Don't worry about it, Zenny. You're fine. So,
Nice.
Zenny, so
I
the brunt of
slap
it
you
comes
so
out
hard.
to you, and Wyatt, you managed
Pull the
to
shrapnel out.
take the blunt of it. It's 16 damage, 14 damage. Your
God.
armor will affect it. But
Armor will help.
yeah, did that bypass all your fortune, or you still got fortune left?
No, I still got fortune. I'm just adding it up here.
I still have fortune.
Yeah,
Not broke. I got like 5
Pretty
cents.
much.
that would have probably put me down actually.
All right. So yeah. So you see that a
How?
bunch.
Hang on, wait
Yeah.
a minute. I have a clarifying question
Yes.
as Zenny. How fucked up do these people look?
They don't look too bad actually.
Well, I look
Okay.
pretty bad now.
Well, it looks pretty bad now.
Okay,
but, like,
okay.
They're not. You look worse than they do.
Okay.
Most of it is that they just kind of are dirty, like from like sweating and like moving out and everything like that too. But you don't see like any abrasions. I think who got slapped? Oh, you do see that
Who got
Waxer,
slapped?
Dev got slapped actually by one of
Oh,
these things.
yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Oh, okay.
But you do see that Waxer has some damage to his like suit around the midsection, around his chest, like some
Mhm.
rippage, but it's not like
Mhm.
gone through the cloth. It wasn't like it doesn't look like a slash. It looks like
Okay.
yeah, he got like kind of like well, he got a little compressed.
You got compressed.
He got the
You got all
he got
squished.
the toothpaste tube special. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Okay, great.
but yeah, but now, yeah, you can see that our good friend Wyatt has taken the brunt of the shrapnel for you, and Wyatt,
Nice.
you have a little bit. Your clothes are all torn up in the back. It's not terrible, but like nothing like goes, nothing penetrated your skin, but it still sucked.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
What?
hurts.
So what did you do, Wyatt, to get in the way of that?
I just like ran towards you and shoved you in front of me and just
he has
Oh,
a
okay.
he has a
No, I know mechanically. I wanted to
Yeah,
like visually.
Yeah.
Like, in my,
I ran
my
towards
brain,
you
Brain space.
when I knew it was going to happen,
Yeah.
knowing that
Uh-huh.
you've been through probably hell compared to the rest of us.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yeah, my job.
just give you a hug and have a
Good to have you back.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
okay.
Yeah. Once stuff like dies down, assuming we're not immediately swarmed by anything.
So you look back at this thing, and there's not a lot of dust or debris, but you do see there's debris. But you do see this thing; it's largely still intact, and like there's parts of it moving still, but it's not getting up. It's more of a
Hmm.
twitch, which is what we're on right now.
Gross. Ew.
But, well, it's a little meta.
Okay.
And it's not organic
yeah.
at all, or it's all like mechanical. You do see some liquid coming out of it here and there. It's like a kind of a weird, like not an oil. Yeah.
That's a goo. It's alien goo. Gross.
Some liquid with
Gross.
viscosity or something.
Yeah, it's a little viscous. It's a little viscous.
It wasn't anything like the Dev was collecting.
No,
earlier,
not like
right?
that. That stuff was
Okay.
like clear and coming out of the plants. Yeah.
I'd be like, Dev would have loved that.
We should probably actually get some of that because
Yeah, Dev would have wanted it.
Yeah. Hang on.
Exactly.
Hang on. Zenny's gonna like grab Wyatt's shoulders and say, "Are you okay?" And he's gonna start like looking. Oh,
I've got I got a headache and it's a little hard to breathe, but I'm okay.
You look down at your wrist and your arm says 40% left. So.
jeez. Okay. Well,
It
if
has
there's
a
any like,
charge. It's a
if there's any,
portable
like,
electronic.
if there's any like visible shrapnel or anything that's like on him,
Yeah.
like his back or anything like that, I'm
His-
gonna try to like get it off of him. Yeah, and make just as I'm doing that, really like, because Wyatt said that he's been fine before and he lost a damn arm. So
Wow.
I
That was-
and Zenny was there for that. So Zenny's like gonna really actually make sure that he is okay, quote unquote.
As long as we don't run into something like that again, I'll be fine. But if we run into something like that again,
I'll
not
jump
making
into
it
a
out of
front of
spit.
an explosion next time.
all right. Sounds like a fair trade-off. So is that creature done? Is that creature moving? Is it?
It has like there's like parts of it twitching, but like as far as like its body, which got kind of thrown up in the air and kind of came down, it's like, I mean, if it's still alive, it's not going anywhere.
Hey, Waxer, did you get Dev's data pad?
Yeah. I grabbed it on the way out. You all okay? Oh man, you look like you took that. Boom, gotcha.
It got me. We'll be all right. Let's
All right.
need to like form a plan here. We need to either find this satellite or we need to just get the hell out of here.
Well, the satellite is there's these lifts, these elevated, these rings things that I was traveling up one for about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes before I got up here. So it's down there. It's down. There's a lot that's down there.
Well, then I think we leave it down there and we go have a long conversation with Mr. Pope and come to a conclusion that way.
Yeah.
Not risking anybody else.
Bring a security team. We bring the right stuff. Now we know what we've seen down here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nobody else got to die.
That stuff isn't gonna just grow legs and walk away, right?
I hope not.
I hope it walks away from here. Then we get the satellite. Maybe it go find a new home. You know.
I'll let everybody.
But that's the thing. It was in the black box. It was in that thing that we were supposed to get. It wasn't just on the satellite, right, John? All right.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So.
Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, there was. So the black box.
The box was broken,
So
and it was inside of it.
Do you want to metagame explain this real quick?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So basically,
because Zenny would explain it as
Zenny
because
goes
it
through
just
and
happened.
explains,
Yeah.
and it takes a moment, and explains that Zenny found the satellite. What was the main body of the satellite? It was ripped.
It was on top of an object.
It was on top of a
pillar.
A pillar, a pedestal of some sort that was now illuminated with more illumination coming from the top as it kind of went through parts of the station. You guys have seen none of this stuff light up. None of this, the walls have lit up or anything like that.
Was that when we were, when we lost her initially? Remember, she was kind of standing with us and then she disappeared.
Yeah, this happened during the disappearance. Yeah, when you during the last session. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then explains that they climbed up the pedestal, found the satellite, like what was like the central part of the satellite, which it was all ripped open.
Mm-hmm.
Not like cut open. I mean, like something ripped it, and including the black box, which was the section. You guys have realized. You guys all seen this thing a million times. You know what it looks like by heart. And it was opened, and inside of it wasn't so much like recording information as it was a container with a small, very tiny amount of what Zenny theorizes is protomolecule.
Oh, I see.
Was that container still intact? I can't remember if it was.
The protomolecules in? Oh no, it's open.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I thought. I remember now.
So you're telling me that camp, Pope scientists, yeah? They're using a protomolecule in their satellites for some type of energy source or something.
I mean, Pope has the protomolecule, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
You didn't get any other on you, did you?
I certainly. I walked back from that thing so fast I fell off of a 15-foot pillar. It hurt. My back is gonna hurt real bad tomorrow.
Oh, that stupid Koyo. Yeah, one accident like this, it could ruin the whole planet. A whole colony, everybody in danger.
Let me go with Myrtle. Myrtle, you're the one that's up on all of this. You've read the briefs. You and Wyatt had some run-in with some protomolecule and Pope a while back. So what you know is that it's anaerobic. You can't breathe it in. It doesn't go through the air. You have to touch it pretty much. And you know that it interacts primarily with biomass. So the idea of it just
so it's better down where it is, 15 minutes south of the surface.
Yeah, let's go with that. But yeah,
theoretically, more so than here.
Yeah,
with us squishy people.
I'm really I'm curious if Myrtle has any thoughts on this.
Well, I got to think about, how many people that are actually here know about this. So, it's like from Star's Edge. I'm thinking that, kind of our main part here where we've got the hydroponics and the farms and all that stuff. I don't think that maybe they would know something about it, but I bet Star's Edge knows something about it. So, what's her name? The
Oh.
Dr.
Orn, or was it Orn or something like that?
Dr. Arn.
Arn, that's it, yeah.
Yeah. So especially being R&D, is that I'm guessing that she probably knows a lot about this.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna tell our colony? Yeah, we're gonna tell them.
That's a good question.
What,
I think
what
it
would,
depends.
What would it gain though?
I don't know.
I
I
mean, they're a
mean-
bunch of they're a bunch of researchers who want to explore this place just as much as Star's Edge does. Does that mean that they're gonna? I don't want them to come out here.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
want
I'm
them
just.
to get snatched up
Yeah.
by anything.
No,
the
I don't either.
cowboys.
But if they maybe know what they're doing there, because they're getting real. I know a lot of the colonists. Yeah, they're becoming friends. They're getting close with them over there. Star's Edge wants some of our people working on stuff over there.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean-
sure not all the Star's Edge people are Pope.
They all work
But-
for Pope.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that the doc, she's got to have some answers to this. And then of course, I'll put out a message to Pope and just say, "What the hell, dude?"
Don't be
And see
going.
what we can get in that there, because yeah, we're not touching this with a 10-foot pole.
No, he's gonna ruin. He's gonna ruin our.
Gonna ruin it.
This planet,
Mhm.
everything.
So yeah, Myrtle, you put it together a little bit, and you're realizing that with how much biomass is above this station, this area here, and with kind of how much biomass there was on Eros, this would be on the scale of something like that if it got loose on the jungle, basically.
Right.
You guys gotta remember, you're not the only things living on here. There's these giant root things growing through the substations too.
Yep. So we may need to put together Wyatt. Maybe you and Zenny can put together a let's get the fuck out of here program, as a backup. And then decide, because we can take some people with us.
Like
But
the whole
we need-
colony. We try to get the whole colony out if we have to.
Yeah,
We
because
really-
they didn't sign up for this shit.
No, we really need to get that landing pad then taken care of so we can.
The landing pad is completed. I will say that they actually finished. They finished the
Oh
landing
yeah,
pad,
because that's what Myrtle's helping with. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like us so we can just like phew, out of here as fast as possible. Because if that shit starts coming out, I want to get us all out of here. But I also don't want to scare anybody, which is why I think that we should probably talk to the doc first.
Speaking of getting out of here,
Yeah.
could we go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, I mean, this is a standard thing, Zenny. You know that the longer you wait to get out of here, the more likely someone else is going to come here looking for you guys. So
Right.
It'd be a bigger.
Stenny, while acknowledging that, does not want to be down here.
No, yeah. No, not at all.
So
Yeah.
would
There's a lot
rather
of- there's a lot
see
of good rationale.
open sky. Ironically,
Or at least giant-
preferably open sky to
Yeah.
being trapped in a box that's
All right.
underground.
So you guys take some time. You leave Dev's body there, I'm assuming, and you take his data pad and any of his sample kits that he had with him, yeah, you guys make it up. It's actually not that hard to get out of here. The routes all kind of set up and they're easy to get up. It takes you guys maybe about like an hour and a half, 2 hours to climb out. And eventually you get out to the greenery of it all, where you guys had initially made your descent into the facility. And unlike the rest of the facility that you saw, Zenny, like this part's a lot. It's like the further you get up to it, the more damaged it is, and the more you can see that these root things, whatever they're called, I'm gonna call them slug roots. That's the name. They're called slug roots now. Slug roots, like have little pieces that seem to be penetrating into this material at points, almost like it's not so much like eroding it, but actually eating the material over a very slow period of time. Like hundreds of years it takes to like start making little holes, but it does it very slowly. But yeah, You guys make it topside.
So, Zinni, when you were down there where the protomolecule was there any of these root system down there? Or was it just
No,
all...
There was barely any dust down there. It was.
That's good to know. But
It was.
how did you get down there anyways? We're up here now where it's a little safer, I hope. So I'd like to really know how you got from right beside me to
I don't.
100 meters
know.
down.
I don't know. I was there standing. We were looking at the. Off in that I was looking at that path, and then I woke up in the dark.
You remember nothing from that moment? Nothing grabbing you, pulling you down, nothing?
Mm-mm.
Wyatt, give me a seeing test or intuition, your choice.
Go with intuition.
All right.
I don't like that. I don't like
16.
So while you're standing there, like talking to Zenny, you notice that like Zenny has these like massive bruises, like those like seatbelt, like I mean, really deep bruises along like the neck, and then kind of goes down beneath the shirt and the chest and stuff like that. So you're guessing, like you can definitely see it doesn't stop soon after. Does that make sense? And it's a deep bruise, like a seatbelt. That's what it's like if you're in a hard accident seatbelt. Along with like Zenny's, like the front of Zenny's jacket, not like. Just like the top pocket is just ripped open, very precisely actually, like it was like cut with like a razor or something like that. But it doesn't seem to penetrate, like it doesn't look like it was an attempt to like stab her. Like it is like it went below the jacket or the suit or undershirt or anything like that. Just the jacket.
It's like precision medical cut on your shirt right there.
Yeah, I had the that vial from the storage unit was here. The thing that made that giant Brachiosaurus go
That definitely explains a
wild.
lot. Well, why you would be targeted over me standing right beside you. I think we
I
need
don't
to
know
get
why
out of
they
here.
took that and left me alone.
There's something very valuable about whatever that is to the creatures or whatever the hell is living in that hole. And right now, I don't think we're equipped to find out.
Do you think this place is a research facility just like our places? They were trying to study these things too?
I mean, I guess it'd be possible. We'll see why that... Yeah, I can see that.
because it looks like the nature doesn't really want it to be here either.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know. This is one of those things where I legitimately have no idea what the hell's going on.
This is a problem for the eggheads.
Yeah.
That's definitely not us. No offense, guys.
Put me back in the dark with some necks, please.
All right. So, do we go back to our camp first?
Oh, definitely. I
Get
need to rest a little bit.
Yeah, we need to rest and get some, get you guys patched up.
Yeah, do you want to start heading back to get within the distance of the network? The communication network. So you guys travel for a few hours and manage to get a signal back through the drone network that's attached. Then they attach like drones to like the trees and everything like that to create kind of a grid. And you can make communication back. And you hear from one as soon as you guys get back into it, you hear from what is her name? Ashatara, the second in command here. That was Dev's direct the second in command. And Asha goes, Sinclair crew. Yeah. Hey, glad to see you're back. Did you find your crew member?
Yeah, we did. Unfortunately, we lost one of yours.
What? And like all like Wax, you feel like Dev's like data pad like vibrating in your pocket.
All right, check it out.
Yeah, and it's Asha trying to contact Dev.
Yeah, I look at the cap, like, you know, I should hand him over all the data, and I said, sorry, there's nothing what we could do.
She goes, what happened down there? What? She's like, look, get back here. Just get back to the breach. We have the breach to the wall. This keeps on healing up. It's getting harder and harder to keep it open.
Yeah, something down there. That's what happened to Dev. We'll tell you later.
Is it a threat to us up here right now?
Not if you don't go down there.
I don't think much of a threat for now, but yeah.
Okay.
It's not an idea, not a bad idea for everybody to stay on their toes, but I also don't want to worry everyone, you know, immensely.
Yeah. Rhett gets on the line, the chief of security, and he goes, Dev's down there. Did you guys retrieve the corpse?
Alas, we could not.
Traveling light. Did you retrieve his data pad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least we'll get something out of this. Jeez, he's like, okay. All right. Rhett goes, look, I'm gonna make my way back in. I have Dr. Fisher secured on the shuttle. He won't be going anywhere, so we have him sedated and kind of kept on the shuttle or safe and everything. I'll meet you halfway. Make sure you get back safely. Okay.
Sounds great.
All right. And so you have Asha, Yao, and Rhett are all kind of in there in the forest, and you guys basically spend the next like 4 days making it back to the edge of the jungle, as it would be 4 or 5 days. Everything's pretty uneventful. The stuff you do notice that the part that Asha was holding up, which is the closest like of the kind of like rings inside the place that's growing out, she's having a bugger of a time keeping it open. It looks like it's growing, it's starting to grow kind of aggressively. So yeah, but they do manage to, you guys managed to get out, no problem here. So yeah, you guys get back to the shuttle, no problem.
Hey Cap, I don't think it'd be a bad idea if we had like a meeting with whoever's in charge at the colony, and I think they have every right to know what's been floating around their heads for the last who knows how long.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. And then we could come together for a plan of communication and be prepared for whatever
Also,
else might happen.
Yeah, and it keeps our biases out from, you know, affecting what the colony thinks of the Pope's team. You know,
True.
Let's kind of make their own decision without us forcing our version down their throat of all the stuff that we've been through.
So we're not gonna tell them nothing about the proto-molecule satellite.
I think we should.
I think they should know they're living on the planet.
Yeah. I mean, we can leave at any time. These people are kind of stuck here with whatever the hell he has going on out there. So they have every right to know when he's up to something nefarious or stupid or.
I mean, who knows, Pope? I mean, he'd be testing on the animals, the people. I mean, I don't know with him.
Yeah, I mean, we could maybe try to bring, everybody together and just say, hey, if this isn't your thing, we'll happy to take you with us.
Wait,
I don't know.
Cap, we can't just be the ferryman for people. We did that. And we help people. Sure, we help people. But where are we going to ferry people to?
I mean,
back where we came from?
Zenny's right. We came here. This is our, we were here first. Yeah, this is our stake.
All right.
All these people, these people left for a reason. If they want to go back to it, I mean, that's one thing. But I don't think we should talk to everyone, because that's how people panic.
We should get some leadership together.
Yeah.
And have a discussion and make some plans, and but still have an exit strategy just in case.
Yeah.
So we're not condemning everybody to another Eros.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they found out we knew and we didn't tell everybody, and
I mean, I don't think that we could live with ourselves at that point. You know, it's
No.
just, but well, we need to have everybody on the same message and make everybody, you know, their voice counts.
I stand by that. Yeah.
I want these people to know that this is where I want to be too. I don't want to go
Yeah.
back at it like we have been for so long. I want to make something out of this, and I'm willing to show, you know, my commitment. Maybe that'll help more people too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we don't need this technology because the risk is so big, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not right now, yeah. We're doing good.
All right. Well, let's go get some rest, and we'll call all the leaders together and try to work it out.
Explains why he wanted to give us so much money, though.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
We should have
guys-
killed him there.
You guys managed to get in. You guys get to like shuttle. Everyone kind of assembles. People are kind of quiet about Dev being deceased, as it would be. They're a little disbelief that this happened. Asha actually Yao, the drone tech, asked, "Hey, so like, what happened? Did you find the satellite? Like, are we just gonna go home empty-handed?"
We're gonna go home empty-handed right now. We know where it's at. It's good where it's at.
It's not safe to get.
Not. Look, I got bigger drones we can send down there. That's the
That's
issue.
not it. That's not it.
I mean, we lost Dev. Yeah, it's not it. It's
Well, what got him? Like, I mean, if he fell, I mean, what happened?
Who's asking?
This is the drone tech Yao Zong.
Oh, that we were traveling with?
Yeah, he's there. He's in the shuttle with you guys. Before you guys get ready for takeoff and everything. And he's just like,
okay. He was with us. Yeah.
He's been supportive and a good team member, but he's kind of upset. His dude's dead. You guys are going home empty-handed, and he's trying to be kind of solution oriented. He's like, we can get one of like the mining drones to go down there and pull the thing out. We can have one up on the shuttle.
No, there's something dragged it down there.
Dragged you down there, Zinni.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever technology we have here is not enough. Yeah. For where it is and what the dangers are. Yeah.
Oh, that was the other thing too to mention to Zenny. On the way back, you notice these like mounds. They were kind of, as you got kind of closer to the facility, there was these giant kind of like overgrown mounds. It's like that, the mossy, spongy ground stuff, overgrown these little mounds. And one of them, you saw a few of them that were uncovered, and it looks like they're part of those kind of like spider arachnid machines, but they're like all deactivated. They're just kind of sitting there.
Oh, okay, so like a bunch of those empty pods that I saw. Probably.
Yeah, well, like more like the things you guys shot up and the one you saw down below, but like most of them are. The way to describe them is they were kind of, the ones that were uncovered were kind of shiny, like they looked almost newer, but more that the prevalent theory is that they're being digested slowly by the moth
I love
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
Me, the player, loves that.
Yeah.
Zenny is just done.
This is my weird
Plants.
my weirdo
Give me
meter.
space. I don't want plants anymore.
My weirdo meter is yeah. So, but Yao's not happy about this. You can tell he's kind of upset about this result. So doesn't accept.
None of us are happy about this result.
Well, yeah, he's like, all right. Yeah, he's like, no, he's like, fuck it, you guys are in charge. And Rhett's like, yeah, he's like, hey, I'm in charge of the mission right now. My charge is getting you guys home safe. If the captain here says we're going home safe, we're going home safe. Dev's no longer in the picture. Myrtle's in charge, okay? So Myrtle, where do you want to take the shuttle? Do you want to go? You can do a low orbit. You can go straight back to the colony. You can go back to the Sinclair. You can go to the colony ship. You don't know where Pope is. I'll say that.
All right. I'm just, Wyatt, do you think that you, Zenny, do you folks need the medical equipment from our ship, or are you good with just going back to the colony?
Just a little bit of rest is all I need, and I'll be okay.
Okay. Well, I think that we'll just fly back to the colony and get some rest, and then, get up and start making plans.
It only takes a few hours to do it because it's a low orbit travel.
Right.
But As you do, you start getting some. You get some updates from the Sinclair. You get to hear from our good friend McMichaels.
Buddy.
I'm actually looking forward to
Yeah,
hearing
looking
his
forward.
voice.
Legitimately
Yeah.
missed him.
Yay! All right. Well, just
So he
you
gets
know,
all-
Awesome normalcy.
He gets on the live chat. Who wants to be the one to talk to McMichaels? Who actually wants to talk to him? Because he's just like
Zenny does.
Zenny, all right.
Zenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
He goes-
piloting. Zenny.
All right, you pull up the video comm, and the first thing he's kind of like look on the side. The comm pops up, but he looks down. He goes, "What the hell happened to you?"
Gravity doesn't agree with me, it seems, in some ways. I was underground. It was... What,
Oh, yeah,
It's
okay.
good to see you.
Hey, yeah, you bet, man. Look, I'll look forward to the report on all that, man. But yeah, long flight, huh? But look, hey, I wanted to let the cap. I wanted to let you guys know. We got a little. I don't know. You've been talking the last like 2 weeks. You guys been out here in the jungle. Mason's Haven's gotten up to a little bit of business. That you guys know about it. That they don't seem to want to keep you guys in the loop. They didn't want to keep us in the loop.
yeah, communication's been a little, hard to do out here.
Yeah, that canopy's hard to penetrate, man. We've been sending signals at it, whatever we can, whatever kind of rate we can. It just pushes everything back. I look forward to
what...
Well, look, hey, here's what's going on. No, they
What are
got,
we going back to?
Well, you guys are going back. It ain't too much. It's more of like who's coming in, who's coming down. So it looks like Mason's Haven kind of made some news. One of their eggheads there pushed out a paper and some kind of pamphlet thing or a media little blitz, and they got noticed by another colony, and the colony's trying to like. It looks like they're gonna pay for some of their eggheads to go on out to their colony and set up a hydroponic system.
So we.
Wait.
Wait.
Okay,
some of our people are leaving to
Well,
go
they're
to
not-
a different
they're not-
colony.
They're leaving technically, but like no, they got the word out about the hydroponic system working so well, and these guys are hiring them out to come out and set up their hydroponic system now.
Who?
It's this colony called New Birmingham, an Earther-based colony. Zenny, you're welcome to make a current affairs check if you want to know about New Birmingham.
And who's gonna work our by?
Yeah.
Well,
Right. Yeah.
They're not saying the whole team. I'll say that.
Okay.
Right.
They're saying,
I'm gonna.
If you're curious
Burn.
if you're curious who's leaving the colony, it's one senior member. So out of like 10, along with like 5 junior members.
I'm gonna
Okay.
burn fortune
Okay.
to make this a double 6.
Oh.
For a total of 20.
Okay, that's very good. Okay, and you got I'll give you a lot of information here about New Birmingham. New Birmingham is an Earther colony. They have and they are based off of Earth out of what was formerly the southern region of the United States. And they are a theocracy based out of the Southern Baptist tradition.
Okay.
Oh
I want to be
boy.
clear.
Alright.
I want to be clear real quick. I want to look at the camera and say, this is Expanse canon from the books.
I
So, yes.
believe you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And basically, they have a lot of money.
Mhm.
And I mean, after you guys, I mean, everyone kind of knows what the Mormons pulled off. These guys decided to go and do something else. And they are considered by the UN government a separatist movement.
Ooh.
That said, like the UN doesn't have they're not trying to declare war, and neither of them trying to go to war, but they're just like they got a planet uncharted and kind of said, we play by our own rules, and come take it from us. It's like you're across 2 solar systems, buddy. I don't care.
Yeah.
Good luck, have fun.
You can have it. Yeah.
So, but apparently, because the majority of your base guess is because the majority of Mason's Haven's Martians and doesn't really care about UN politics or being in favor of the UN, they agreed to work with these guys, which will probably put Mason's Haven in disfavor of the UN. And they're also a controversial colony, I will say that. Once again, they are a theocracy. But they they're also hoping to use this as a. There seems to be kind of like, but yeah, that's what you know about the colony. It's a theocracy. They've had a pretty good amount of success. But as far as like mostly in terms of mining, but they don't seem to be growing hydroponically quite as well. And seeing Mason's Haven's like proof in the pudding thing pulled off, these guys are coming. But apparently, what then McMichaels continues on, basically says, "Yeah, man, he's like the new Birmingham. They're in our solar system now, coming to pick up these guys already. They're coming down here."
Oh no!
But look, the money's good, is what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
At what cost? Yeah.
And where is their colony located?
In their own solar system, on New Birmingham, like it's a planet they have.
So
And so
it's
the-
not in our system.
No, it's not in Soul
different-
System. It's not in the
different
Aether system. It's like a whole nother ring gate.
Okay.
Yeah, they are far, far away. So
So essentially, these people who are leaving
they're going to be gone for like a few years.
are basically going to just be gone.
Well, for
Yeah.
a few years,
Essentially.
yeah. But they are being compensated, and that will blow back on the colony. That's
And the
kind of-
colony kind of voted for they all.
The colony
agreed
did
they
vote for
wanted-
this. Yeah.
Colony voted for this, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, look, you guys are all. Everybody out there is welcome to join our Patreon and vote on such things as this.
How much money is enough money? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so they just
Okay, so in terms of, I'm just curious. I'm just thinking about our colony, like the things that we have going. We haven't really set up the whole money thing yet. Like we're not exporting stuff
well,
out
it's,
yet.
yeah, there's no export, but the idea that you could export your knowledge and research capability is an export actually,
Right.
because you have.
But
proof of-
we haven't really set up like not finding something on the planet to actually.
No,
like,
not
send-
material
yeah.
goods. This is more
Yeah,
like
material goods.
this is a knowledge trade, but they're going to
Yeah.
trade you guys material goods. And
We need to get the material goods to going.
but these guys seem this area seems to have massive rings. Like so, New Birmingham. I'll give this for Zenny. It has massive rings in the solar system, like basically dense clouds of hydrogen, helium, and gravel. So like they have access to materials in space, which makes it really. They don't have to get their stuff off the planet. It's already in space. They just have to package it up and ship it through the ring. So they became very rich very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I hope they can all see our faces, the people who have entrance.
Just imagine all of us rolling our eyes with
Yeah.
pursed lips and crossed fingers.
oh, how we are going to talk later.
Am I surprised? No. No,
Would
I
I
am
would
not.
I have voted for the same thing? Yes. So
I mean, there is benefits to sending our knowledge out there, I guess.
yeah,
And
but
I also got this is actually for Maria. So they have 3 gas giants sized from New Birmingham in their system. The name of their gas giants are Columbia, Tallahassee, and Nashville.
Throw me into the sun.
Right?
Please toss me. I'm done.
It's great, yeah. It's so
I
great.
am done. For anyone who's here, I live in the South, so it's gross.
This was
Grew up
supposed
in
to
the
be-
North, now
this
live
is
in the
my-
South.
I play this game for escapism. No.
yeah.
No,
why?
it followed me.
So,
The space. Okay.
I will say that there is one small station out in that system that is a 200-person Belcher colony. So there is like a non-presence of just this theocracy, but and they're used mostly as they've kind of been training the Earthers on how to mine in space. Basically, that's what they've been making their money.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, is that the only thing that's going on, McMichaels?
That's the big one. But I got the message saying that I was going and teetering through the queries out at Medina Station, and yeah, we got an incoming cargo ship. Looks like Pope's making good on his business proposal. So you guys got the satellite, right?
Sure.
All right, cool. Yeah, well, that's good, man. So we'll be good. Yeah, he's gonna come through with his side of the promise. You guys come through your side of the promise. Sounds like it's gonna work out, right?
Yeah, you have a habit to, I know we didn't ask you this. You have a habit to figure out what Pope is, right?
Stealth ship like that, man. He ain't moving around. There ain't no Epstein's firing up. Honestly, we was kind of keeping monitoring the ring gate, watching that thing. We always keep one eye at that thing.
That's wise.
Mm-hmm.
At the choke point, buddy. You know, he's like, no, I'm not gonna.
Well, if you can afford to, try to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Trying to.
Oh, we keep it working up here, man. We've been helping out the Jersey Kinroth here a little bit, keeping busy up here. Things are fine though. Yeah. So just everything's good. But yeah, I want to let you know these guys are coming in case they kind of, I don't know, man. Whole Earther delegation coming in from an Earther separatist. I mean, Earthers are kind of problematic, but you gotta be crazy just to try to break off on them too. So.
Zenny just shrugs. Zenny has no.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, man. Yeah, you.
I'm just gonna be fretting all night.
Okay.
With all of the possibilities in my head about the politics.
Oh, you're tied up in it, guys.
We thought we escaped it.
But it pulled us back in.
Now it's us.
Thanks.
We're gonna have to crack some skulls.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then I'll give you one more factor, fact on you about
Here
New
we go.
Birmingham here. For anyone know.
This has got to be real good.
Oh, this one's gonna be good. You'll actually like this one. So one of the issues they have there is that the local biochemistry is so alien there that it causes symptoms in humans ranging from acute poisoning to anaphylactic shock just from
Great.
exposure.
Excellent.
So you could see why they would
chose
want
good.
why they would want a hydroponic system to
They should
filter
leave.
stuff.
Listen.
Yeah, they should.
Zenny's not a scientist. Or they should stay there, actually. You know what? How about you just you're good.
We
I
don't
think
need
you're
any
doing
of your
great.
stuff.
No,
I don't think you need any of our stuff. I think you're good,
no.
actually.
Maybe we give them a little proto molecule, see how it works for them.
Hey.
Yeah, we got a good trade for you. Hey.
That'll get rid of the poisonous plants, right?
Yeah,
That's fair. It would actually update that quite quickly, actually. So yeah, but yeah, they he lets you know about these guys, what's going on with them, what the colony's up to, and he goes, hey, and he's like, he kind of gestures like this, like telling you to put your earpiece in.
I do.
Okay. And he goes, hey, look, colonists heard about they got wind of your one guy out there, like Dr. Fisher, losing it, and they know about his kind of issues going on. They know about your pilot there, Sosina, the pilot, the co-pilot of the ship right now, got wind back. Hey, everyone coming back when you guys get on the colony, they're doing mandatory psych monitoring on you guys. So I want to make sure you know.
Oh, I ain't gonna pass.
I don't think any of us are going to pass.
Yeah, I'll message it to the three of you.
You guys all get a message basically saying that like everyone, so including Rhett, including the pilot, everybody who doesn't seem to be aware of this, but the colonists are very nervous about. Your best guess is that they're probably nervous about psychological disruptions due to what happened with the one guy on the first expedition.
Right.
That they want to monitor everyone for a few days before letting them completely loosen the general population.
And they should have told us that before we were all sent out.
They didn't know you guys. They didn't know someone was going to lose in the field. That's what it came down to. So
okay. Fair enough.
But that includes
All
you
right.
guys too.
Well, we can get a lot done, being all,
Cooped up.
cooped up.
Cooped up with Cooper. That's my new Expanse sitcom.
Cooped up with the coop.
All right. So, but yeah, you pilot back, no problem. Rhett, you guys get the ETA, land on the new landing pad. Landing pad's been completed. Pretty smooth landing,
Nice.
really easy to go on.
Yes.
Not a problem. It's all automated. The ship locks onto it. It does it for yourself there. It gets on down. There's like 3 of their carts that are waiting for you. And they go, hey, everyone's kind of getting off and welcome back. And Rhett's looking around and gets off first and has a duffel bag, and he's like, going on. He goes, shakes someone's hand and everything like that too. And they kind of talk to him, and he's like, you can tell he's getting the news. And he's like, no, you can see him arguing with the person. Like, he's like, no, fine. He's like, you see him say, I'm fine. We're okay.
All right. I want to pop out.
Okay.
After that, and just kind of walk up and just like, it's okay. It's all right. We're fine. We understand. Don't worry about it, man. We'll just take care of this, and we could all use some rest anyway.
But Rhett's like,
It's all good. We'll be supportive and kind to each other. It'll be great.
72 hours? Jeez, come on. I got stuff to catch up on. I got stuff I gotta go look at and check up on.
It's all right.
He's like,
We all do.
He's like, hell, I need to get debriefed exactly from what happened in there from you all. If there's any kind of threat or whatever's going on.
Sure. I'm sure it'd be fine to, we can all kind of hang together and go through a debrief and do what we need to do. But
he's speaking to Janet Keith, who's the head of the colony. So you have the head of the colony right there too. She came out to make sure you guys came back.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm just trying to be, kind of like, like chill. Don't worry about this. Everybody's got things they have to do, but it's just for everyone's peace of mind. Mm-hmm. And it's not a bad time for us to decompress before we go do debrief.
And Janet's like, this is, exactly. Come on, Rhett. You understand this concern. It's not even just for you guys. Honestly, it's for the colony. Make sure that they feel safe too. We don't want someone getting jumpy and having a problem in here, and just look back at it. All right, fine. Shit. You can see the Martian and getting kind of pissed. And so he's and she goes, but we're gonna need your weapon, Rhett. Rhett's like, fuck that. He's like, come on. He's like,
Zenny wants to, if we're already out of the shuttle.
Yeah, you guys have the landing pad.
Kind of take a couple steps behind Waxer and try to conceal my weapons because I'm not giving those up.
Give me a sleight of hand test. You try to conceal your hand cannon. And all the rifles they're all in like the weapon pack. They're all packed up and everything.
I did say that I had both of mine because I took out Dingo's.
Yeah, you got Dingo's gun too. Yeah.
When I was down there. Yeah.
I mean, you could just give him one to see them. You get my gun. You think I have 2? I'm not rich. I'm not an earther.
I would have 2 guns.
That's an earther thing.
What? This is a dexterity based?
Yeah.
Do I have a target number?
I'd put your target number at, let's see what their security rolls. Oh, security roll, nice. Your target number would be 14 on this.
Okay, then I'm gonna spend 1 fortune.
Ooh.
No, I'm gonna spend 2 fortune.
Ooh.
I have to spend, so if I want to bump my fortune die from a 1 to a 2, I have to spend 4 fortune. 2 fortune.
If it's your drama die?
It is a 1. I need it to be a 2.
This is 2, yeah. Unless it's your drama die, then it's 4.
It is my drama die.
Oh, it's 4 then, yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, it's
That's 4.
expensive.
Okay. Then I will spend the 4 fortune to make it
you
exactly
bump it up.
what I need.
And you managed to which gun are you concealing? Which one do you want to conceal?
Dingo's gun.
Dingo's gun, okay. You concealed Dingo's gun, all right.
Yeah.
So you go and pull out your handgun, and the security guard thanks you for taking it, and most people aren't armed. They kind of come out and whatever. And they actually, there's more crew. They're not even gonna let you guys unload the shuttle. They're gonna unload everything for you. And you guys there's a security officer there that works under Rhett, and Rhett's just shaking his head. He sits in the side seat, and the other guy gets in the front. He's all right, everybody get on. We're gonna make sure you guys each get home. And Janet says, hey, go Myrtle, hey, we heard about Dev. You didn't manage to bring him back, or?
No, we were unable to retrieve him.
Yeah, well, I saw you guys brought his data pad back, so at least we have that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
and we can talk further about it when we. I think that we should put a leadership meeting together.
sure.
But let's think about that in the morning. Let everybody get settled in tonight.
Well, we're gonna make sure you're quarantined for a little bit here. This is mostly just to make sure everybody's okay. You guys didn't bring back any weird disease or anything.
Hey, who knows what's out there, especially
exactly.
when Dev started poking at stuff, but at the ground. But
we left him. But we left him.
I still can't believe that name Science Stick stuck. All right. But yeah, you go ahead and you go back to the camp. You guys get in your quarters. You guys have some private time. You still have access to the network. You can like talk to people, but your communications will probably be monitored.
But are we like separated from each other? Or
No,
are we still?
you're in your.
Because
you're
we're
in
in
your,
that like that.
Yeah,
like,
we're in our-
It's got like four.
our
it has
bunks, and then
8 bunks
has-
in it total. There's like 4 corners to it, 8 bunks. There's like a little media area in the middle, kind of like table and chairs. There's a bathroom in the back. Honestly, it's pretty luxurious compared to being on the Sinclair.
Good to be home.
Yeah. And there's like food waiting for you and everything too. They have that, but
was
they're
nice.
they're definitely like there's like a camera mounted to the outside, and you can see as you go into it. Actually, Zenny and Wyatt would know this. Due to having security, they're like actively monitoring the room. Like there's definitely a camera in the common area. Probably not a camera in the bathroom, but they would know when you go in and out of the bathroom.
Do we know enough about it to know if it's just video or if it's video and audio?
It's probably video and audio. So it's psychological monitoring. They might even have stuff in there to like monitor heart rate, like thermal imaging, stuff like that. That might be a little extreme, but it looks like they rigged a few of these to set up to monitor the people that came back after the colony's concerns. So, you guys have anything you want to discuss before?
Wyatt is going to try to get as much rest as possible because he is just barely hanging on.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, Wax is, I need some rest, and,
Right.
I'm going to do push-ups and bang stuff, and...
You get you go up to the camera and smile and start bending bars in front of it and everything.
Yeah.
You go ahead and you guys take it easy for the day, the night, finally get some real rest, chilling out and the like. I guess my question to you is, over the 72 hours, is there anything you want to do, or do you guys just want to be bored
Gotcha.
or try to do anything weird?
I would like to try to keep in contact with whoever is analyzing Dev's samples. I just want to be in the loop on that.
Okay.
I mean, I
Yeah,
know
they-
they're probably, but
They tell you that the samples came back. They brought them to the lab and everything. It's pretty straightforward. The analysis is going to take a while. It's not something they're just going to do off the bat. Like, you can't just look at it and be done with it.
yeah.
But yeah, they're currently working on all that too. You're not going to get much in 72 hours. Looks like they're mostly checking it, prepping it, trying to categorize them. Dev wasn't the most organized guy, but and they're pulling the data off the pad and everything and running it. It's the preliminary information is kind of interesting. It's just basically saying that like he had some notes theorizing that like there was digestion of the builder tech, and that's what the jungle's living off of, is that builder tech. But it's very slow to digest it. It's very, very slow. And there seems to be a combination of that and photosynthesis along with something else. There's some notes in there about how like Dev basically like theorized that these different barriers you guys had to cut through were like counterwave things, like almost like Faraday cages is what they're kind of theorizing. So like they were able to block communication heavily, stuff like that.
After I learn a little bit about that, I'd also like to. I don't know how. No, I'm not going to do this yet. I don't want it because Wyatt knows that they're probably monitoring everything that we send out and do. So I'm gonna hold off on. I'm not going to tell the crew what I was thinking because I don't want it to come back and haunt us. So
I like this.
It's like, do we have a? It's like, do we have a pencil and paper
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that we can write notes to each other?
Old school.
Morse code.
I breathe on the mirror in the bathroom and I write a note.
Yeah.
We go like that back and forth for like days.
We have to pee a lot.
Yeah.
for PLI, yeah.
One
I'm
after
gonna
another.
check out the progress. Just keep an eye on the progress on the launching pad and just making it
The launch pad's done. They have it set.
Yeah.
It
Okay,
looks
I'm
pretty
just
good.
kinda
You look
yeah.
at the report. They have a report on it, and it's a pretty good launching pad. It lines up nicely and the like. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to start getting it ready for, when we have to bring stuff in and supply, just wax or shit.
Yeah, the main thing it does is that it helps automate the landing process, so it abates the dangers of things, and it gives the ship like a steady ground to like land on every time. And it also makes it easier to unload and load, so you don't have to go over like you're not unloading on dirt, stuff like that. So, Myrtle, did you have anything you want to try to do?
Yeah, I want to obviously talk to my wife.
Yeah. She's like, she gets on the horn and she's like, hey, guys, okay. I heard they had to be quarantined for a little bit.
Oh yeah, but it's not a big deal. It's really kind of the first time people are going into the jungle area, and
Like, well, tell me about
who
it.
knows?
She asked you, tell me about it. I mean, like, tell me about like the jungle.
So I'm just going to describe, what the greenery is like and the plants and, how the air was.
Too.
Yeah. So I'm just going to, send that up and, just kind of give almost like a non-worrisome, kind of, here's some really interesting things that we saw. And I have no problem with the quarantine because, it's just like on any planet. So if you're at a planet, or even if you're on a space station, if somebody brings in a germ and everybody's not, immune to it, so it's not a bad deal for us to all kind of stay up here, and then we get a chance to sit down and chat during your free time.
You remember your dad had some like vintage, like 100-year-old like Navy posters, and like one of them talked about like don't bring back syphilis and stuff like that. And it was classic propaganda posters, but at the same time, we're like, okay, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of, you guys kind of joke about it and have a conversation. She does ask, she says, hey, look, I hope the rest of the crew's okay. I know that we're being monitored. Don't tell me about them. Don't do anything like that. But I know they're going to be okay with you down there.
Oh, everybody's just tired. It was a long trip, but we'll be fine in the morning. Just need some rest.
Zenny, that first day, what do you want to, do you want to do anything?
Well, I sent you.
You sent me some message, but that was for day 2. That would happen on.
I think the first day, Zenny spends time. Well, I guess because she didn't really have a whole lot of ability to do that, to do too much self examination of how bad these bruisings are, which I'm sure look worse now than they did day one.
It's like that weird yellow brownish color. That happens with bruising over time. Yeah, and you can see you go into the bathroom, you strip down, you can take a look at how bad it really is now, and actually, you have real light as opposed to a flashlight. And
I can see my whole body instead of just a little bit.
You can see that the main ones were like, it looked like whatever it was kind of caught you kind of across here, kind of around the neck and upper thing, and the other one caught you around like the waist and down the leg. And you actually, during his push-up regiment, you notice that Waxer has a similar kind of bruising across his abdomen.
Okay.
But his is a little more jagged. He has like some abrasions where it penetrated the skin a few points. I think fucked you up, dude.
Yeah, it did. It did. I have 15 fortune before I even had to use the 12, so I was down a lot. Yeah.
You guys are back full of fortune now too, by the way. You guys should be back full of fortune. So
down, started with 44 and I was down to 24 from that thing.
Yeah, that thing screwed you up.
Zenny was fine. Zenny lost 4.
You weren't trying to. It just snatched you up. It didn't. Where he was trying to struggle and break his arm.
The worst that happened to Zenny is Zenny fell off of a pillar.
Did that to yourself, yeah.
Yeah, I did that to myself.
Wow. But yeah, you size up your injuries. None of them. It's all kind of stuff that if you just kind of like rest up, you take a hot shower helps a lot. It makes it feel a little bit better. Stuff like that. You can certainly I don't know if they bandage it, but like pad it up a little bit and be more
Yeah,
careful.
to keep it from like, you bump into it and it hurts more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would probably do that. Just put
Here's
some,
my question
like,
to you: where do you put the gun?
Are there ceiling panels, or is it more like a?
It's a solid. It's a solid piece.
Solid.
It's like solid piece. Yeah, it's not that fancy. Yeah.
In the bathroom.
Yeah, literally, like the when
Yeah.
I go to look at all of
Yeah.
my
You strip down in the bathroom,
injuries
you
and stuff.
pull it out. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it. If there's a
There's-
space to wedge it like around
There's like a
where
drawer.
like the sink
There's like a
area
drawer
is, or,
system.
like, yeah, if
Yeah.
there's like a drawer. Yeah, I would.
The
stick
sink's
it in
kind
there.
of built into the wall, so it's pretty. It just comes straight out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could certainly just put it there and I don't know if you want to try to let the rest of the crew know about the gun in there or something like that, or it's not. You can't. There's no place to put it in the bathroom. I'll say this, where people wouldn't notice it.
It's on the
Right.
toilet tank. Just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just have it setting just like right next to where the soap is.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna have it put it in the
Wash your
drawer.
hands.
And yeah, I think I'll try to let everybody know at some point. Probably just like I'll type up a message on my my data pad, not like sending it to anyone, but like in the text
You're
section
not sure.
and just show it to people.
You're not sure
Or
if they're
that would
monitoring your
be-
data pad or not.
Okay.
You're not
Then
sure if
they
they are,
won't
if they have that capability or not. That is a possibility under your security thing. But yeah, there's a chance they could be monitoring your data pad.
I will then. I won't say anything to anyone because everybody at least saw Dingo with this gun once.
Yeah.
So if they know that it's Dingo's gun, probably a good chance that they know who put it there.
Yeah.
So you'll stumble upon a loaded gun in the bathroom. That's Dingo's gun, his fancy gun. It's there and clearly on display, but the cameras won't pick it up. There's no monitoring the bathroom, stuff like that too. They do retain a level of autonomy there, and you're welcome to acknowledge it or not acknowledge it as you want. All right, the day passes. Bright and early, you guys get like a knock on the door. This person's there. You recognize as one Lauren Olson, and you know from your write-ups and everything that Laura is a psychologist.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're here for you, Zinni.
And yeah, you come on in, and Lauren goes, "Hello, good morning, everybody. Can I just put this on the table in the middle?" And it has like a tray where you're getting like food trays in it and everything.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, awesome. Just goes and puts the thing in the middle of the room and says, "Well, I was hoping maybe I could have breakfast with you all today."
Well, what'd you bring, I suppose?
Oh, we got some recombinated eggs, a little bit of some mashed potatoes for breakfast here, or some little mini potatoes, and did a pretty good job here. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Get what a growing body needs, right?
Oh, that sounds great, man. I do love the potatoes here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And it's
need
like,
more
yeah,
food.
the little like little red potatoes type things, and kind of it's okay prepared. It's not like fancy prepared, but she has it all, and you guys just grab a tray. She has her own tray, and she's like, yeah, well, that's great. And there's like some juice there, kind of thing. It's potato juice. No, it's
Potato juice.
And she goes, so how y'all doing? How's your first night coming back? Everyone rest well?
Slept better here than I did out there, so not bad.
Good to hear. How about you, Myrtle?
It's nice to relax and stretch our legs a little bit, kind of after
Great.
getting out and about.
Yeah, Waxer Zenny, how you holding up?
Good. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. Well rested. Feeling better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling like myself. Feeling like
You
myself.
got any like any cream to help these bruises though?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, you should have a stock medical cabinet in the back. It has a standard first aid kit and some stuff like that.
Yeah, I got a lot of bruising though.
Yeah, I heard about your
went through a lot of
injuries.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we heard about that on the chatter coming in. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about all of that. So, my understanding, you're not really sure how you got him, or?
Oh, I know how I got mine.
Oh, really? Yeah, and Waxer, you've shown yours off or whatever it is, and kind of everything like that too. And Zenny, did you tell like Waxer that his are similar to yours, or?
No.
No. Okay. So she doesn't-
Although, Zenny probably at some point, at the very least, would have been like wearing a tank top to bed. So at the very least, there would have been more visible. But no, I don't think that they would have.
So you might have caught it, Waxer. You might have caught like Zenny has some bruises similar to yours, and she goes, "Yeah, these are pretty egregious." How you guys doing with that experience? You okay? I mean, I'm sure it hurts physically a lot, but what about the worry?
Well, it's interesting being the first people to see some stuff.
Yeah, that's got to be exciting, huh?
Yeah, there's some exciting stuff for us to, talk about and share. And, imagine just being the first people to be able to see this and put our boots on the ground. And, but it can be like overwhelming because it's still alien, it's foreign. So, we're doing our best.
Hey, I didn't think, 30 years ago, I didn't think I'd be on a foreign world asking people what they thought about aliens. So here we are, right? at least in this context, right?
Right. I'll tell you what, Doc. Too. Being on a planet with no roof, that's scarier than whatever happened to us down there. So
that's a common issue with belters. Zenny, you doing okay with that? You doing okay with the sky?
Zenny's very purposefully eating, keeping.
I'm sorry.
Zenny's keeping their mouth busy.
Hey, and Mr. Yu Chang, hey, I know our med kit here is built for those that have more stockier physiques. So if you need higher doses of anything, just go ahead and let us know, and we'll make sure to get you what you need. Okay? Those bruises sound pretty bad.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah. We want to make sure
we want to make sure you keep up. I'm sorry. These bunks are standard issue. They're kind of run of the mill. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Thompson here has lived in one of these many years back, once or twice. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So So look, hey. I want to say that we thank you for your efforts here and everything, and we want to thank you for getting people back safely, looking out for everybody. Everybody knew the risk going in, and Dr. Jameson, the dev, won't be forgotten. The stuff he brought back is fantastic. So we thank you for making sure that's. We're gonna make sure he's honored. We're actually gonna name our lab after him. We decided to the Dev Jameson.
That's nice.
Yeah. So we
nice.
figured that'll be a nice honor. His research data is gonna.
You should name the science stick he used. Yeah, you should name that the Dev stick.
I was gonna say that's right.
I'll never forget him. Yeah, he loved to poke and collect all the slimy stuff from all over the planet. The Dev stick.
The Dev stick. Yeah, he sure did. Love that stuff. Yeah. Well, look, hey, Zenny, I was hoping maybe you and I could take a walk at some point. Maybe go on to get some fresh air or something, or I could get you something else to eat or anything.
Oh, Zenny would love that. I give her the nudge,
Zenny winces as you smack a bruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume it's not a request.
Well, look, we could do it here, but the privacy is not quite as much. Certain privileges would be waived.
Okay. Sure. Some air sounds good.
Air is good.
Air
is nice.
Good for you.
Okay, cool. Hey, look, everyone. Just 2 more days, and you're welcome to walk on out. But Zenny, we're gonna go walk on it, and you can. She kind of reaches in her data pad and pushes in something real quick, and the door opens up, and there's 2 guards outside the door, kind of waiting there. They're not heavily armed; they just have basic kind of gear on them. Maybe got sidearm or something like that. And she goes, all right, well, we're going to go on head on out. Everyone, you guys enjoy the breakfast. If you need anything, please let us know, okay? Okay.
Got it.
Thanks, Doc. Yeah.
And she walks out with Zenny.
Yeah, Zenny will like as will follow or be led or whatever, and will like as they're standing up, just kind of shoot a little concerned glance towards Wax, who I assume I was sitting next to.
And he never saw you again. No.
I like that. I'd be like, you'll be okay. I give her like a belter sign, like you'll be okay.
Yeah, you can actually sign and belt her a little bit too.
Yeah. You know,
Oh
just
yeah,
kind
because we're
of like,
surrounded by Martians.
yeah.
Let's go.
I just be like, you okay?
Oh, then that's how I would let Waxer know that there was a gun then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, boom, boom. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going. I thought the way you're going to do it was like, hey, Wax, you can come and take a look at this bruise on my back and tell me what you think or something like that. Like, I was thinking,
Oh, let me get some bandages from the bathroom. And I
the three of you are kind of sitting there chilling out, talking amongst yourselves. Dr. Olson, Dr. Lauren is like, hey, so no, look, you guys get like maybe like 10, 15 feet away from the front door. One of the guys kind of stays at the door, just making sure everything's cool. The other guy's kind of following you guys, but he's staying pretty far back. He's not, probably can't hear you or anything like that. And she goes, well, look, I want to, whatever you want to walk around out here, I'm happy to walk around with you. We can take a look at whatever, but I wanted to, we noticed a little bit, it didn't seem like you slept too well last night. Is there anywhere you want to start walking towards, or like, there's like the lab, there's like the cafeteria, there's the other bunk, the living quarters,
the bathroom. No,
the
I'm just kidding.
hydroponics, yeah.
Other bathrooms with
Yeah.
all the other supplies.
Guns.
No, nowhere in particular. Zenny just kind of is waiting to be led to walking around. Like, Zenny doesn't actually want to be out here and walking, but doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of, there's implied choice.
She kind of, if you're not leading her anywhere, she kind of starts walking towards the hydroponic building.
Sure.
And hey, so did you hear about our new contract?
Yeah, one of our crewmates let us know on our way back.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for us. I mean, a collaboration between colonies. We're not having to work with like the major powers, Mars, Earth, even the OPA.
Yeah.
We're leaving that all behind. We're on our own now with these people. It's an exciting time, huh?
Yeah, it's change.
Yeah, there's a lot of change going on.
Yeah.
And look, these new experiences, I mean, we're all human. Let's be clear about that. No matter where we're from, we're all human. I mean, they're going to change us in different ways. And from what the initial reports are and what we were kind of getting from looking at the radio chatter coming back, and some of our guys like Yao and Scylla said, they got people were worried about you. So I want to make sure how things are going. A little bit one-on-one here.
Zenny, I think, instinctually tries to look up to divert gaze and sees. Oh, it just keeps going because there's a sky. It just keeps going up.
It's all nighttime.
And then
it's
quick,
night.
Yeah, and looks up, and then they kind of just like starts to kind of look up, and then just like sweeps back down.
She's like, you get trust me. Hey, look, I lived underground for a long time myself on Mars, and it still boggles my mind a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, getting used to being on a planet is hard. It's not used to being around plants or things of that nature. It's taken some time to get used to.
Yeah, no, that absolutely.
This change.
And I mean, this whole job you guys rushed into, I mean, totally, that's a lot to take in. It's a lot. But listen, I got a little concerned. I was we got some our little analysis software picked up on a few we'll call them sleep aberrations last night, and so we got a little worried about that. I just want to make sure that you're getting rest enough. I mean, I can tell you're a little tired. You're avoiding it, but I also think look, we all know, like, I know your history. I know what happened. I know you guys went through that ring. It's the first people that went through the ring. Been on the forefront of a lot of things. Catches up to you if you don't take a second and get a breath. I want to make sure that you're handling it okay, and you're going to be all right. Because I think you are, but you want to make sure you are the best getting better.
I think Zenny's quiet for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of looks like they're shuffling things around, shuffling thoughts maybe. Is this Dr. Martian?
Olsen, yeah, Dr. Olsen.
Dr. Martian, I like that.
Dr. Martian. A Martian. A from Mars. Okay.
And she's like looking at you intently, like she really wants to hear what you have to say. Like she's genuinely curious.
Yeah. Zenny looks like they're she's thinking for a while, and then she just kind of looks towards the dear doctor and just smiles, kind of. And maybe you might have to forgive me because I'm not exactly used to talking to strangers about things.
Well, if that's the case, look, I worked with a lot of people on Mars, and including some people in the military, and we have techniques. If you're interested, it's completely voluntary. We have some more advanced techniques we can help you out with if you're interested in doing that. It's no drugs from your part, nothing like that, nothing invasive. It's just kind of a treatment way we have to work. If you're interested in more advanced techniques and more one-on-one sessions with me, I'd be happy to engage in them. If you think it would help.
Zenny.
She says, "Listen, I don't need an answer right now. Don't think it over. Talk about your crew, all that stuff, please."
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I just want you to know that these people here on the colony, they genuinely care about the crew of the Sinclair. You guys have done so much for them. A lot of them wouldn't be here without you. You've given a lot of them a second chance in life that Mars wasn't going to give to them. And their concern is that, we got one good shot at doing this thing here on this whole new world, and we want to make sure everyone safe as possible with it. Okay.
I think we want the same thing.
I think we do too.
Maybe that's why I'm hesitant to tell anybody. Because I want them to stay safe.
Understandable. Well, hey, look, why don't we swing by the mess hall real quick, and you can order up anything you want. Instead of having to bring you one of these standard meals, if there's something specific you want, I'll make sure you get it. But we can head on back to your crew quarters and make sure you're stay safe and all that stuff. And okay.
Jenny just nods.
All right. And if you want,
is fully going to get a coffee.
Yeah, and they brew up some coffee and everything like that too. And if you want, like, she's also like, you're not like, there's some like medications in the bunk, but like not more sedatives. And she actually offers, is there anything you would want to help sleep or anything like that? She's willing to give that up to you, no problem.
Zenny thinks about saying no because there's that instinct in her that something is going to go wrong. Because it always goes wrong. But she is so tired. That, yeah, she will accept some. Now, whether or not she ends up taking them, she'll at least have them.
Yeah. And these are oral. These are oral ones. They're not like, it's not an injector or something. It's not the hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have to make sure. I would be clear on it. It's not.
Yeah.
Here's a horse tranquilizer gun. Have fun. You know? It's like,
be asleep.
You know what I'm really tired of? Remembering things.
Hey, me too. Same though.
It's not that hardcore. Yeah. Lock us in that bunk and we'll have a good old time. But yeah, they give you kind of a few here, a little prescription. You come on back to the bunk. Everybody's just kind of hanging out, eating breakfast and chilling out. But stuff keeps on going on. They keep on monitoring. Let me ask this question. Is there anything prior to the release? And they do come by and ask some questions. They do a little bit of one-on-one, or kind of talk to you, a few of you here. I can rephrase that. The doctor comes by and checks on you guys once a day, but the only person they want to see you one-on-one is Zenny, it seems. You guys have any comments on that?
I mean,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was saying, I just would share it to the rest of the crew. Just, we don't know what really happened when she was like out of our sight, and so that's what Waxer's concerned about. That she hasn't even disclosed to me. I feel like, oh, we're close. I haven't heard anything. I haven't got a chance to talk to her about it. And what that experience was like. But that's and I just kind of mentioned to the crew, like, we should definitely all have like a close talk, between all those families. So
I agree. I think it's a good observation.
Yeah. Same.
Day 3 rolls around. They come in. They remove the camp. Or after day 3, during day 3, weird thing happens, Myrtle. Your data pad starts kind of pinging a bunch, and basically it's being populated with like debriefing meetings with you and the crew, along with people from the colony. So now they actually want to debrief you.
From
what's
0
going
to
on.
75 meetings and
so you're like, wow, this has been a great 3 days off. I wonder how my third day is going to be. And it's just like, hey, here's the pings of anxiety coming in.
112 unread emails. Jeez.
That's how I feel getting back from a convention. It's like getting back from like UK Games Expo, and then I'm all of a sudden in the States again. It's like bing, 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 bing.
So those of you at Catan know how Donna really feels.
It's like, slow down, people.
Yeah, but you have set up to do a debrief on day 4, early in the morning and stuff like that too. It'll be in Director Keith's office. At her administration facility.
I will suggest not early in the morning.
They're aiming for like 11 a.m. or the equivalent of 11 a.m. And once again, time here is kind of weird because the planet doesn't orbit. It's matched up. They have the lights on a dimmer, on automated dimmers, basically. No, seriously, that was actually one of the first votes the colony actually made on our Patreon, which is a great place.
You can vote for good things.
Yeah, see, like day cycles, like day-night cycles. All right. Well, look, we're gonna end on that. We'll do the debriefing next time and the like. Everyone, this is the kind of stuff the colony votes on. What it's like to quarantine.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
Oh, really? Oh, the quarantine?
Yeah, I'll pull it. Let me read it to you real quick here. So I'll read it. All right, I'm gonna read this out because I've never actually really read one of these out loud on the show. So I thought I'd show you guys what our colonist Patreon looks like. And this is the special stuff they get to do, which is the Okay, so this was Colonial Vote number 11, titled MIA. The initial data coming from the Mundos Jungle Expedition has been closely watched by all in Mason's Haven. So basically everyone in Haven was watching the data come back. As the Sinclair and Expedition teams move further in the jungle, the information feeds are becoming more sparse due to some unknown interference. I misspelled interference, I put inference, but interference, okay. A member of Mason's Haven, a physicist by the name of Miles Fisher, was evacuated from the jungle. According to the feeds, he was experiencing major stress and demonstrated delusional/obsessive behaviors, making claims about, we shouldn't be here. He was sedated and brought back to the light shuttle outside the jungle, where he is being taken care of and is seemingly in good health, though perturbed by his experience in the jungle. The debate amongst the colonists is whether to psychologically monitor any of the returning members, including the crew of the Sinclair. This will cause delays in operations, but with prior events of psychological distress on Mundos, our field murder of the one guy, this may be an appropriate precautionary measure. And the options were all expedition members and Sinclair crew undergo psychological monitoring, which is what won unanimously. They all said go to bed for 3 days.
They all said lock those fuckers up.
Yeah.
The next one was expedition members and Sinclair crew demonstrating outward issues undergo the psychological monitoring. So that would have been probably Zenny. Number 3 was expedition members, only the expedition members demonstrating outward going things. So only the one that had the problem. And then the last was none of it. Don't do any of it. And they unanimously voted to say quarantine everyone.
Smart.
So,
yeah.
So that's what our votes are like. And guys, I want to tell you real quick. This is to the people that support us on that. I'm really glad you guys participate with this because it's hilarious. It's not hilarious, but it's
super
like
fun.
It's really interesting to see like what people think, and I don't feel like they're trying to like screw up the game or try to chaos the game. It's more of like, well, you know, these are because none of those are bad options.
Yeah,
they're all plausible and feasible options.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds actually the most logical to me. You know what I mean?
And that's their concern is like we lost we had an expedition that went really bad where a dude lost it. That wasn't related to this at all. But we're not saying it wasn't. So let's try to like take some time and play it. And I really like that interactions and I thought I want to tell you I don't tell the crew, the cast what's going on with it. They usually find out on the show and then they're like, what, really?
And then we're like,
these damn colonists
in character.
And so I like
which I think is great.
I like the dialogue that's going on between these patrons that you guys, I think you know who they are in the chat. I'm not going to reveal their identities, but because I want to, I want to remain their anonymity. But that's the kind of stuff that the colonial votes go for, and we try to have one every 2 to 3 weeks. So thank you all those that support. Once again, you can support us through our Patreon and our Ko-fi link there. And that's a lot of fun to sign up for and hang out.
Yeah, it's got the Thing vibe. Sorry, John.
It is.
It is. Yeah, it totally has that
No, and that's why I like this like the Expanse that kind of has there's a little bit of pull in that and this kind of, and once again, I mean, the Expanse begins as a horror story. The first scene is a horror scene, and it is, I mean, it's a long horror game to play. So but hey everyone, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for playing tonight. Everyone had a fun time. We will be back next week with a new episode and hopefully less psychological damage.
More. Let's go with more.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying horror.
Yeah.
Oh, that too. More psychological damage.
MMRE.
I like it. All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you all next week, and thank you so much for pushing the churn later.